Hey, what's up guys, it's ASM2641, and welcome to Quickest Tutorial. In this episode, I'll be teaching you how to solve the 4x4 cube using the Yao method as fast as I can. Before you learn the Yao method, I do recommend that you at least know how to solve the 4x4 cube using the reduction method, which is solve two opposite centers, solve the rest of the centers, solve the edges, then solve the rest of the cube as a 3x3. You should then learn the Yao method if you want to get faster at 4x4, because redux will only get you so fast. Time starts now. Step 1, solve two opposite centers, which is the exact same thing as the first step for redux. It doesn't matter which two centers you solve as long as one of the centers is your cross color. Step 2, solve three cross edges. How you do this is you pair up two of the same edge pieces for your cross, like these blue and white pieces here, and then put them next to your center. Keep in mind that you must insert your cross edges so that they're correctly permuted according to the centers. So for example, since I know that white is on the left and this blue piece is on the top, I know that this orange-white piece must go back here. Once you have inserted three cross edges into their correct positions, you can then move on to the next step. Step 3, solve the remaining centers. It is important to remember that while you are doing this, you cannot screw up your cross. How I would do this is I would hold the cube so my cross is on the left side and use L moves to open the slot. This is why you only do 3 edges instead of 4. Now that the slot is open, I can turn this face freely and pair up these orange bars like I would normally do. The main idea of this step is to solve centers like you would normally do in redux, but you can only turn faces when this slot is empty. This may take a little while to get used to, but it is much faster than doing just regular redux. Once you have solved the rest of your centers without screwing up your cross, you can move on to the next step. Step 4, solve the last cross piece. You would do the exact same thing that you do for edge pairing in redux. You would line up the cross edges so that you can slice them together, move them out of the way, and then slice back. After this, you can insert this cross piece so that you have a full cross. Step 5, pair up the rest of the edges. The method most Yao solvers use for edge pairing is called the 3-2-3 method, which is a little more advanced than redux edge pairing, but not too much. To start, hold the cube so that your cross is on the bottom and make a U-slice in either direction. The idea of this step is to insert edge pieces so that when you slice back, you will have 3 correctly paired edge pieces. For example, I see this blue and red edge piece, so I want to find the other blue-red piece and put it right here so that when I slice back, they will be correctly paired. The other blue and red piece is right here, so I will insert it so that when I slice back, they will be correctly paired. However, I'm not going to slice back yet, because if I did right now, I would only have 1 correctly paired edge. I want to insert enough edges so that when I slice back, I will have 3 correctly paired edges. This is where the first 3 comes in, from the 3-2-3. After you insert your first edge, you want to take a look at the other piece that's on the edge you just inserted. For example, I just inserted this piece, and the red and blue edges are going to be paired up once I slice back, and the other piece on here is the blue and orange piece. So I will do the same thing I did for the blue and red pieces. I will insert the orange and blue piece so that when I slice back, the pieces will be correctly paired. But remember, I'm not going to slice back just yet because we want 3 correctly paired edges. So we're going to do the same thing we did last time. This blue and orange piece is going to be paired with this blue and orange piece, and the other piece on this edge is this green and yellow. So I will insert the other green and yellow piece so that when I slice back, these green and yellow pieces will be paired up. This time, since we've inserted 3 edges, I can slice back and I will have 3 correctly paired edges. This part is the first 3 part of the 3-2-3 method. Next is to pair 2 more edges. First, you will position 2 edges so that when you slice, they will be correctly paired. Before you slice, you should take note of what the other piece is on the edge slot, for example, this green and orange. You would then do what you normally do for redux edge pairing, where you move this edge out of the way and insert another incorrectly paired edge piece and slice back. However, you don't want to insert a random edge piece. You want to insert an edge piece so that when you slice back, this piece will also be correctly paired up. This is why you took note before what edge piece it was. So I'm going to take out this green and red edge and insert this orange and green piece so that when I slice back, these 2 pieces will also be paired up. The last part of the 3-2-3 method is when you pair up all 3 of the remaining edge pieces correctly at the same time. For this step, you do the exact same thing that you did for the last step. You correctly position 2 edge pieces so that when you slice, they will be correctly paired, taking note of this piece. You would then take out this edge and insert this edge piece so that when you slice back, both of the other edges have been correctly paired up. Once you've correctly paired the rest of the edges, you can continue to solve the 4x4 cube using a 3x3 method. Continue solving the 4x4 cube using the 3x3 method until the cube is solved and you've solved the 4x4 cube using the Yao method. Well, thanks for watching Quickest Tutorial. If you have a speed cubing method you want to see in a future episode, leave it in the comment section below and I just might pick it for the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.